The Ranger Flight Company is made up of pilots, crew chiefs, and other personnel who keep the Black Hawk Incorporated training at its very best to support Fort Benning's courses and students.
It is high standards because you're entrusted with the safety of, 12 individuals that have no idea what's going on. So the standards that we hold are meant to keep everybody safe while getting the job done.
A mission with one of the highest risk assessments is Spies and Fries, an insertion and extraction system that allows for soldiers to be dropped off and picked up quickly.
We come in, shoot the approach to whatever hover target that we need to. At that point, we just maintain a stable hover. We take all cues from our crew chiefs and the Fries or Spies masters who are really doing the lion's share of the work. Basically, it consists of a 120-foot line that has several connectors to it where you can basically dangle it below the aircraft and connect up teams so you can pick them up and pull them out. A high-speed way of getting troops into the battlefield in an area that you can't land.
While the risk in Spies and Fries is mostly with the ground element, the pilot is still responsible for everything and everyone in their aircraft.
In combat or in training, everything that goes on under this rotor system belongs to the pilot in command. Much like a company commander is responsible for his entire company, the pilot in command is responsible for everything in the aircraft. To support that, we have crew briefs, passenger briefs, things that are supposed to keep things going safely. There's always a brief ahead of time to cover basic safety measures, actions around the aircraft, so that we know that everybody's on the same sheet of music, so that we don't get anybody hurt. We don't do a lot of things on the fly in aviation.
Being a pilot isn't about just flying the aircraft, it's also the pre-flight checks. After calling the unit to check their timeline and calling the Fort Benning weather station to check the height of the ceiling or cloud cover, the pilot makes a determination on whether they can support the mission on the unit's current timeline.
When I come in on a flight, normally Sikorsky has issued me a bird for the day, so after I finish up on my paperwork, that's my last chance to take an overall look at the aircraft by the checklist and make sure there's no standout issues with the aircraft. Weather is something we usually first look into. We come in the mornings, we start looking at weather firsthand, start putting our flight plans in, and weather's pretty much the biggest determining factor whether we're going to fly or not.
Prepping and flying their missions, regular 12-hour days, dealing with difficult weather patterns, and this all while keeping up with the latest training and techniques, the Ranger Flight Company pilots are some of the best that military aviation has to offer.
It's great on a lot of levels, but most importantly, I think, as a Black Hawk pilot, there's a connection to the ground element that it just reminds me of my enlisted days. You spend a lot of time in helicopters as an infantryman, and then to shift back over and to help out on the other side just really brings a lot of joy to the job. So.
As we continue to highlight the hard-working soldiers in the Ranger Flight Company, we'll turn next to the crew chiefs, whose hard work and dedication make every flight possible. Nicole Randall, Fort Benning TV.